Hey Ben, seems like Kei hurt his shoulder. Can you just talk us through the match from your perspective and kind of when you found out that he wasn't going to come back?
Yeah, it's obviously tough when you see a player like him working on his comeback for the past 9 months now, and it seems like he's had a lot of setbacks with it. There was never a moment in the match where I was like, oh, he hurt his shoulder, but I just thought from the beginning that his shoulder, there was probably some issue with his shoulder because of the speed that he was serving. He wasn't really going after the serve at all, but there was, from him, I didn't really feel a drop in level, or I was, I guess, surprised when he said that he stopped, because it actually seemed like he had started playing better towards the end of the second set. Who knows if he would have retired if we stayed out there, but obviously tough circumstances. We've warmed up 6 or 7 times for this match, come back to the court, so that's 3.5 hours of work in the gym over 2 days, just trying to warm up for the match and then go out there and play. And I think getting the engine started over and over and getting cold and then warm again and then cold, I think it takes a big toll on your body.
And today it was also like a smaller court than the last round. Did it change something for you to play in a smaller venue?
I mean, a different atmosphere, playing against a French player last round where it was like a circus out there. It was so loud and so much going on, but so much fun to play in. Those are the type of crowds and situations I love. This crowd was a little bit different, but the stands were completely packed yesterday when we started and today as well. So a little bit different, but kind of feels the same. Every match feels like a huge match here.
You kind of mentioned it previously, but what's it been like with the weather these last few days, having to keep warming up? Are you someone who's okay in those situations, or do you get kind of pretty annoyed by it all?
No, I mean, I think I'm fine when these things happen, because whatever I'm dealing with, my opponent's dealing with, and my goal is just to come back to the court each break a little bit better than the other guy, or a little bit better than the last time, and I thought I did a great job of that, starting pretty hot each time that I came out on the court for both of these 2 matches. And I don't know what the weather looks like tomorrow, but hope I can continue that moving forward. But yeah, it's one of those things. It's not easy, You kind of wish that you were one of the top seeds playing on the Langland or Chatrier, and you didn't have to worry about rain delays or when you're playing, because things are moving smoothly when you have a roof.
Ben, well done on getting to the 3rd round here. Congrats. And
thanks.
These conditions, I wonder, slow, maybe not the bounce that you would get on a sunny day. Just curious, because we're still getting to know you as a clay court player. Are these not ideal conditions for you?
Yeah, I mean, I think it depends on the day. I thought I did a great job serving through these conditions. It said 9 aces. I'm pretty sure I had more than that, but I think that being able to deal with different conditions, I have a game that suits a lot of surfaces and situations. So using those tools correctly is kind of what I'm learning through each match and each tournament. And I think one of the things is that I'm moving really well right now. I'm feeling pretty comfortable moving on this surface. So I think that helps a lot when you have the days that are a little bit slower and conditions aren't as good.
Have you heard about the alcohol ban? So the tournament said that fans are not going to be allowed to drink in their seats. I'm just wondering what your reaction would be to that, and also how you found the crowds this year.
Well, I'm sure there's a few people who've been in the stands, especially at my first match, who are going to be unhappy when that comes out. I don't know. I've seen all the talks about whether it's a good thing or bad for the sport. Turning into football, and obviously I'm a lot different than a lot of the pros out here because I played college tennis, which pretty much anything goes. A lot of people show up drunk to those matches, and they can say absolutely anything they want. So what I hear out here, obviously, it's a lot more people, but it's a lot less than what I've dealt with in the past. So I think it brings a little bit of excitement to the sport. You know, that's the moments that people want to see. That's the court that you want to go to. You want to go see the court where there's tons of noise, not the one that's completely silent. But I see both sides of it because it can also get dangerous when some of these stands have people so close to the players, and in a situation like Goffin, he said they were throwing things at him, then that gets a little bit tricky. So I don't know.
I wonder if you could tell me how much better you feel on this surface today compared to maybe a year or two ago, and what are the most significant strides? You mentioned the movement. What are the most significant strides you are making on the clay?
Yeah, I think number one is serving. I was feeling uncomfortable, not really sure how to hold serve or what serves to use on the surface because I wasn't getting as much production out of my flat serve, so I started going for more and more, and then I was spraying and missing, and I was pressing and getting angry, and lots of double faults. I think that this year I found a little bit better base, and I'm a lot more confident playing in rallies after the serve, and I think that kind of improves my game as a whole when I know that I'll be able to hang in rallies and win in rallies against some of the best ball strikers in the world.
Sorry, just to go back to the crowds, I was wondering, what was the worst thing you experienced crowd-wise in college?
I mean, I'm not going to say the things that the guys said to me, but, you know, obviously the favorite topics to when you're playing college tennis are they'll talk about your family, they'll talk about your girlfriend, and, you know, anything that you've ever posted on the internet. It's all fair game, so some of the stuff can get pretty personal, but I have never experienced that since I've been out on tour.
I actually went writing a profile on Chinese player Zhang Zhen, or Triple Z, and you played him recently on the clay, and just wanted to see if you can give me your overall impression of what you know, what his kind of like superpower is and what makes him a special player.
Yeah, I think he's really dangerous because he moves well for how big and tall he is. He's a great ball striker on both wings. He can take away time. He serves and returns extremely well. So it's a tough guy to play against. And yeah, he beat me in Rome. We also had an epic 5-setter in 2023 in Australia that went to a 10-point tiebreaker. But he does so many things so well and has a pretty complete game. I think that the more that I'm out here, the more I just see players who everyone out here is really good, basically what I'm trying to say. But yeah, he's made a lot of improvements, and I'm excited to see what he does.
Just on your opponent tomorrow, Felix, what would be your take on what you'll need to do well against him out here on the clay? Yeah,
I'm really excited. A great guy, first of all, Felix. Good friends with him, and I think that we'll both enjoy this match. You know, he's a great server. He's good at attacking, taking time away, and pretty elite athlete as well. So I think it'll be a battle. I think I definitely gotta come out there physically ready and ready to go the distance, because I know nothing will be easy out there, and he's a very professional guy and does all the little things right. His comeback from injuries really starting to hit a stride now, so I'm really excited.